RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Lou Mauser, your local farmer's insurance agent. ConocoPhillips, energy for tomorrow. Roberts Motors, the value store since 1949. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Weber Granite City Chevrolet. United Methodist Village, where living is easy. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Wood River, caring beyond prescriptions. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Andy's Auto Body in Alton and Maryville, we can fix anything. Alton Toyota, Toyota makes the car, Munganast makes the difference. And the Chuck West Agency, helping business owners for over 46 years.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to playoff softball here on Z1570. We're at Gordon Moore Park, and it's the Class 2A Marquette Regional Semifinals. One semi today, one semi tomorrow, and today we start with Roxana against Columbia. Tomorrow it'll be the home team, Marquette and Metro East Lutheran. Our first batter of the day, Brianna Markle for Roxana. She takes the count to 3-2, and then a swing and a miss for a strikeout, and we're underway today. Shells and Columbia Eagles. With Louis Korak, Brent Berkland here with you at diamond number 6 at Gordon Moore Park. There's a foul ball by Pleister. Out of play. We're underway, though. Shells in action today.
Looking to duplicate a feat of yesterday when they won the play-in game at East Alton Wood River, knocking off the Oilers 5-2. It's winners of 6 in a row now, and like you mentioned a number of times yesterday, they haven't lost in the month of May, and they hope to keep that going here today.
A winning streak that started in Wood River against the Oilers in the SCC, and then they beat the Oilers in Wood River again yesterday, 5-2. Columbia with a first-round bye, but now in the regional semis. We're underway here, and Brianna Markle with a strikeout. Paige Pleister, the shortstop, is up there now. She'll be followed by Katie Pearson. Abby Revelle, the cleanup hitter, third baseman, hits fourth. Randy Evans at first base will hit fifth. Another pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts for Brooke Carroll.
Similar pitches to both batters. Little up and a little off the plate to the right-handed batters. Both swing and miss through 2 strike pitches and 2 strikeouts for the starter Carroll.
Brooke Carroll is a right-hander, and there's Pearson with a little pop-up to the second baseman. Touche is there for Columbia and makes the grab. 1, 2, 3 go the Shells. Top of the first, Columbia and Roxana. No score here in the softball regional semis. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Toyota has more cars with an EPA highway estimate over 30 miles per gallon than any other car company on the road today. Camry, Matrix, Corolla, Yaris, Solara, and Prius. So no matter how high gas prices get, you can keep moving forward.
Welcome back to the ballpark, Gordon Moore Park, for playoff softball. Louis Korak and Brent Birkeland back with you here, and Sammy Foss, the freshman right-hander, starting for Roxana. And again, they have the 5 freshman starters in the lineup, and Coach Jeff Pear has his team in the regional semis and has his team on that 6-game winning streak. Now it's Columbia to the plate, and we'll see what the Eagles can do. They have a record of 16-9. They had a 9-game winning streak during the regular season. And the first pitch is a strike down around the knees from Foss.
Well, she had a pretty eventful day yesterday, huh? Only gave up 3 hits, but did walk 8 batters and got herself in and out of trouble all afternoon long. And now it's going to be up to these Columbia batters to, how many times did I say it yesterday? Stay patient, stay back on the ball, and wait for it.
The first 2 are strikes. Now this one a line drive foul. It's pulled, and Amos will be followed by Munton and Farmer, then Brooke Carroll, the pitcher, if anybody gets on.
Well, once again, this Shells defense, which was pretty stellar yesterday, actually unblemished all afternoon, is going to have to be up to the task here once again today. Probably going to see a much better lineup here, and they're going to have to be ready to make some plays.
Amos grounds one to the right side. It's a foul ball to Evans. This is Jordan Amos, the third baseman for Columbia, right-handed batter. They wear black uniforms, trimmed in the blue, lots of blue in the uniforms and the blue helmets. And the Columbia Eagles, with another foul ball, Amos hitting .352, one of 7 Eagles at 300 or better in terms of the average. Cassie Farmer, their number 3 hitter, catcher, the leading hitter at .373 on the season.
Well, just noticing, looking at their schedule, they've beaten everybody they're supposed to beat, and the games they've lost were against good quality teams.
Swing and a foul. She was way in front of that pitch, up and in, and another soft delivery from Foss, and that'll be a steady diet of that, as we know. Pearson is the Roxana catcher, as always, and Ravel at third, Pleister at short, Tyler at second, Evans at first. There's a foul ball that ricochets off the RiverBender.com truck there, left field side.
John and Dan, you might want to set those things up on the other side.
3 cameras up on top of the truck today. Swing and a deep drive, foul again. Matheny giving chase and almost had a play on it, but it drops foul. Matheny playing very close to the line again in left. Markle in center. Daly in right for the Shells.
How often do you get an 8-pitch at bat, as we have here, and there's not a ball?
0-2.
6 foul balls will do that.
Foul
6
left.
straight.
And all to the left side, of course. And this right-handed batter waits to put one in play. Now she sends one deep to left. Matheny is there, and a step into foul territory makes the grab. A deep drive of Matheny right there.
Well, for a minute off the bat, I thought that thing might get out of here, but just got under it. And she knows where she's playing out there. Jeff Pear's got her playing right on that line. Probably that's where she's going to get a lot of action. Again, Markle playing well off her spot, playing well over in left center field, and look at the gap between center and right.
And there is a changeup, slow delivery, and a swing and a miss. A weak swing by Munton.
I don't think they're meaning any disrespect, but both of these first 2 batters have gone up there with smiles on their faces thinking, wow, it is a challenge just to...
And this one gets by the shortstop, Pleister, and a runner on at first with 1 out.
Wow, that's a play that's got to be made. Just a little flare out there, and she came in way too far, overplayed that. Was charging like she was going to catch it, and then realized at the last second that it was hit a little higher than she had thought, and off of her glove for an error.
And that'll bring in the number 3 hitter, and this is the leading hitter, catcher Cassie Farmer. And a strike on the outside corner. 1 on, 1 out.
That's one thing the Shells didn't do yesterday. They didn't make any mistakes in the field, and quickly they have a blemish here. That's something that they have to stay away from if they're going to have any kind of a chance.
This one bounces in for a ball to Farmer. Brooke Carroll, the pitcher, will be batting next, and she's the next best hitter at 359, second on the team. And Foss delivers one in there, swinging a foul down the left field line again. And Matheny, the left fielder, cannot be more than 5 strides off that line. She is very close to the line, as we've talked about, but Hannah really exaggerated there down the line. In left, pitches high from Foss, 2-2.
Well, look at where Markle's playing, so she could basically cover any routine fly ball to left field.
And she can do it, too. The right fielder, Daly, a step or two toward the line and right. There's another pitch high for a ball.
Wind is blowing straight in at us. That's a common theme, isn't it?
Again.
We dealt with that yesterday. Yesterday, a little more dust.
The dust not as thick as when we were in Wood River yesterday. Today, Gordon Moore Park. There's a pop fly short left. Foul ball again. Matheny there, but can't make the play. It looked like she may have overran it a little bit, and it tailed back toward the field a little bit.
Another ball that's got to be caught. The inning should be over with now. And Roxana's hoping that those 2 plays there don't come back to haunt them. I know she had to go a long way, but got there in plenty of time and just overran the softball.
Swinging a foul to the fence, third base side. Third base dugout. Columbia sits there. They're the home team, the higher seed. Roxana to our right in the first base dugout, and I think the umpire out of softballs with all of these foul balls.
Now we've had about 30 of them already.
Marquette softball coach Dan Weedman have to go buy a new box. Maybe he's got some in his car or truck.
And we knew we had a lot of dust yesterday, judging by your shirt. You showed up with a white one and left with a brown one.
That's right. Nice tan tone to it. Swinging a foul ball, third base side again by Farmer.
I think the umpires are going to get to a point where they're going to say, well, coaches, you're going to have to start chasing these things down.
Mm-hmm. We mentioned the defense, too, in case you missed it. Roxana had a triple play yesterday in the second inning.
They did.
Against the Lady Oilers. That's how good the defense was. No errors against Wood River, but one already here today. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul deep to left and way foul out of play.
That's just telling you one thing. They're sitting back, but not quite enough. They're getting well out in front of some of these pitches and just pulling them. Foul by a wide margin.
Swing and a foul, this time to the fence. Third base side again. Sammy Foss delivering it in there and doesn't want to walk anybody, that's for sure, although it's 1 on, 1 out here. 3-2 to the batter.
And that's now 5 foul balls by Farmer.
Bottom of the first inning, no score, and there's another foul ball deep to left again, way out of play, and they'll have to start chasing them all over the park.
As long as they don't enlist you and I to start shagging foul balls.
You never know. Foss with another delivery. Here it comes. Swinging a ground ball to third. Ravel has it. Throw to second. It gets by. Tyler at second. Wide throw there, and everybody stays. First and second. Did not get an out on the play. There's still 1 out.
Oh, that's just another miscue in the field.
Batting fourth is the pitcher, Brooke Carroll.
Fielder's choice in an E5. Another opportunity where Foss makes the pitch, and the out should have been recorded, and it's not the can. And defense starting to self-destruct here already in the first inning for the Shells, getting into some trouble here.
Foul ball by the pitcher, Brooke Carroll. Right-handed batter, strike 1. Columbia with a record of 16-9. Roxana 0-15 before they won 6 in a row now. They're 6-15. And Sammy Foss, the freshman, brings it in. Low and away. Pearson with a block. Now they're going to try to take the bases, and everybody moves up a station as the ball didn't get away far, very far, and Pearson gunned it down to third, safe.
Well, initially she didn't realize that they had taken off, and she's got to be alert there and recognize that there's a possibility that they can go. If she recognizes that right away, I think she's got the runner at third base.
Here's the pitch, swinging a ground ball to third. Ravel there, checks the runner, throw to first, and safe. And everybody's safe. They hold the runners at third, second. Now the bases are loaded.
Up next, number
Well, I don't
31,
understand why she double clutched there. I mean, there was the runner, obviously, she could see in front of her was not going anywhere. And for some reason, she decided to double clutch, and that cost her. That cost her the out at first base. It would have been an easy play for her to make. But again, just a miscue in the field. And this is something that we didn't see yesterday. And obviously now in a world of trouble is Foss, and unfortunately for her, she should be out of this inning.
And now number 31 digs in, Jordan Tenyus, designated hitter for Kriebel, the center fielder. And Tenyus, right-handed batter, takes ball one with the bases loaded. There's a fly ball to short left. Coming in as Markle makes the catch, as Markle and Matheny have changed spots now, and Markle with the grab in short left, 2 down.
Boy, whoever decided to do that, and I think it was Coach Jeff Pear, realizing that they're pulling a number of balls. He wants his best fielder out there, and well, that one was just a short fly out to left field, and they did not dare to run on her because I think that would have been a inning-ending double play.
Megan Touche hits one off the glove of the third baseman, Ravel. 1 run in. The Eagles will score 2. And now the throw to third, and they have that runner caught out at third to end the inning. 2-run score for Columbia. Ground ball between the third baseman and the bag. Backhanded stab there, or try by Ravel, but it was already into left. 2-run score, and after 1, Columbia 2-0. Over Roxana. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Need a body shop? Andy's Auto Body on Broadway in Alton.
Business owners all around the River Bend have been turning to Chuck West Agency for over 46 years for help with employee benefits, retirement planning, and life insurance solutions. Retirement planning is one of the most crucial concerns for business owners and employees, so let Chuck West Agency help you find sound, innovative ways to meet these challenges. Give Chuck West a call at 618-462-6880 or email info@chuckwestagency.com.
Late now, top of the second inning, Columbia and Roxana. Columbia leading 2-0 after 1 inning here. It's the Class 2A Marquette Regional Semifinals. We are live at Gordon Moore Park. Sunshine at temperature up around 80 degrees. Yesterday around 70. Today up around 80. And baseball and softball regionals continue all this week around the state of Illinois. Brooke Carroll bringing it in to Ravel. Foul ball back and to the screen.
Well, Roxana's offense has got its work cut out for it now. Mistakes in the field really cost the Shells in the bottom of the first, cost them 2 runs, and now they got to get to work with the bats.
Up and away to Ravel. Coach Jeff Pear coaching at third for the Lady Shells. His assistant Carol Fletcher coaching at first. Ravel, Evans, and Daly here. The bottom 3, Foss, Matheny, and Tyler. This one's popped up on the infield. Second baseman Touche grabs it. 1 out.
Up next, first baseman Randy Evans.
Now it's Randy Evans, first baseman for Roxana.
4 up and 4 down here so far.
Throws left, bats left, and Randy Evans, closed stance, swing and a miss. Foul tip, strike 1. Second inning underway. 2-0 Eagles. Pitch on the way. Swinging a foul back here and out of play. Again tomorrow, Marquette girls against Metro East Lutheran in the other regional semifinal game. Here's the next swing and a foul ball. Still 0-2 here to Evans. Carroll brings it in. Outside. Ball one. Just off the plate. Here comes another. Check swing, and she went too far. Evans strikes out. 3 Ks already for Carroll.
Well, if we didn't know it, our home plate umpire let us know that.
Next up is right fielder.
He did call a swing
Warren
there.
Daly.
Could you hear him?
Yes. Yes, she did, is what he said.
I'm sure everybody listening also could hear him.
And now it's Daly. Right-handed batter. Pitch on the way, and it is inside. Down and in. Ball one. Daly, the right fielder. Carroll brings it in. It's a strike called. High strike at the letters there, and it's 1-1. Marquette finishing their workout. The Lady Explorers, again, they play tomorrow, and that game can be heard here on Z1570 tomorrow afternoon at 4:30.
We're supposed to be at 4:30 today, too, right?
Exactly. Inside off the plate. Ball 3. 3-1 the count. Columbia with a lead and the pitch on the way. Strike called again, just above the letters. 3-2. 2 up, 2 down for the Shells here in the second inning. Foul ball back to the screen, and Daly stays alive for now at 3-2. Foss, the pitcher, waits on deck. Here comes another. Swing and a miss, and that's the way the inning ends. 2 strikeouts in the first inning, 2 more in the second inning. And after an inning and a half, it's Columbia leading Roxana 2-0. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
We're defined by what we pass on to the next generation. The ConocoPhillips Wood River Refinery is a proud neighbor of the Riverbend region. Their employees produce and distribute quality refined products throughout the Midwest in an environmentally safe manner. By using innovative refining processes, they are ready to meet the energy challenges of the future, so we can pass on what matters most to the ones who matter most. ConocoPhillips, energy for tomorrow.
Yeah, my hairstylist is like family. When pool water turned my hair green, she came over right away. Now that kind of commitment is a lot like my American Family Insurance agent. When our washing machine flooded the basement, my agent showed up wearing knee-high rubber boots. My agent understands that the ultimate coverage isn't a piece of paper, it's peace of mind. American Family Insurance, the family you choose.
American Family Insurance.
Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062.
The Eagles, they scored 2 in the first against Roxana. The Lady Shells trailing here 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Softball regional semifinals, and Hutchison, Gerstennecker, and Rabolzi, the bottom 3 in the order for the Lady Eagles. Strike 1 to the left fielder here. Foss delivers this one high for a ball. Class 1A and 2A, baseball and softball playoffs underway here this week. There's a ball behind the batter. Today in 2A, Pinckneyville against DuQuoin at DuQuoin's Regional. At Greenville, it's Trenton Westglen against Carlisle. At Redbud's playing Nashville this afternoon. This is the Marquette Regional here. There's a pop fly beyond the third base bag, and it drops in just fair, maybe right on the line for a bloop single beyond third.
That's all it took, and really not much there that either Pleister or Revelle at third base could do. That one just had eyes and dropped in the right spot. And a leadoff single, second hit of the day for the home team and top-seeded Eagles.
And so now, first baseman, Gerstennecker.
Let's hear you say that 10 times straight and just roll it.
Can't do it. Kara, her first name. Let's go with that.
I can handle that.
And she takes a strike. Kirsten Necker, a senior. And again, first baseman for Columbia. Here's the next, swinging a pop-up off the end of the bat, dropping quickly and beyond the bag at third again, and it's a foul ball this time, and again, another bloop, and it almost dropped in there.
Maybe you want to play this third baseman, Ravel, back a couple of steps, because I doubt if anybody, so far, they haven't shown any indication that anybody's going to step up there and try to bunt a softball. They're swinging away and swinging away hard.
Here's the next, swing and a pop foul back here to the screen. Again, more 2A action tomorrow, and again at all of those same regionals I mentioned. There'll be 2 games at Gillespie tomorrow. Southwestern against Litchfield. Staunton will play Gillespie. Here's the next, swing and a pop-up on the infield. Second baseman Tyler looking at the pitcher, and they look at each other, and it drops between them, and everybody's safe. First and second. Now, yesterday, all the pop flies were grabbed by the pitcher, but not this time.
Well, that's another case where some of the youth is starting to set in on this Shells team. That's got to be a play that Tyler's got to make. You normally don't want to see your pitcher going after these pop flies on the infield, but yesterday Foss went after a number of them. Today she was going to leave it up to her second baseman to make a play, and the ball just drops in, and some more self-destruction here in this second inning, which we did not see.
There's a bunt foul up the third base line. The catcher Pearson grabs it up the line. Yesterday, Foss was taking pop flies basically out of the glove of some of the other infielders, but making all the plays.
Well, you've got 4, including the pitcher, you've got 4 players that are freshmen on this infield, and those are just simple routine things that they have to learn.
Ground ball toward third, foul. Ravel scoops it up in foul territory. Nobody out. And Columbia scoring a couple of runs in the first inning. The winner will play Saturday in the regional championship game. Ground ball to the pitcher. Foss will fire to first out there. First out of the inning. The other runners will move up.
Well, she gets an out, but there's a case there where if you really think about it, she had plenty of time. She could have gunned down that lead runner at third base.
Jordan Amos.
All it took was a force out there, just step on the bag. But again, it's a freshman on the mound. We understand that. Get yourself an out. She did. Now we're back to the top of the order. Runners in scoring position once again. Eagles looking to extend on a 2-0 lead.
Jordan Amos, the batter now. She flew out to left field her first time up. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul down into left field again, into the corner. So she's 0 for 1. We'll see what Columbia does here in the second inning after 2 in the first. Ground ball foul, third base side. Another foul ball, third base side, 2 strikes on the batter. Here's another from Foss, swing and a pop foul, right side this time, wide of first. Still 2 strikes.
Well, that now makes 8 foul balls and 2 at-bats for Amos. That's all.
Still going at it.
But this one was to the right side.
For the first time.
What's wrong with that?
That's right. This pitch bounces in. Pearson with a good stop behind the dish. Ball low and in. 2-2 the count.
Yeah, both runners looked like they were ready to move up on that play, and that was one of those in-betweeners that Pearson was able to knock down.
There's a line drive, base hit into left center field. Columbia will score 1, and the runner will move all the way to second. The batter, that is. The runner out at second may have pulled a muscle or something because she could, unless she maybe collided with one of the infielders, and seems like she's shaken up or injured and banged up on the bases, and with interference they're going to give her home plate and they'll score 2.
Oh, I didn't see it. My view was obstructed here by the umpire, and I couldn't see out there if there was a collision. For a minute I just thought she may have just slipped and just moved up one base, but then they awarded an extra base.
And Munton with a foul ball on a bunt, so the runner will have to go back to second, and that's strike 1. So they double their lead to 4-0 now here in the second inning. Columbia Eagles from Columbia, Illinois, down south. Swinging a pop-up. The pitcher wants it. Foss has it. As Randy Evans was right there in the area, but there it again, Foss jumping in, making the play.
Well, and that's, again, let your middle infielders take care of what they have to. And maybe that has something to do with what happened on the pop-up that nobody took charge of behind the mound there. And those are things that seems like that happens a lot with this team. That's just stuff that you have, the repetition, you get that stuff in practice and you work on that. But if your first baseman's there, if she's calling you off the ball, let her take care of it.
And Farmer, the batter here, number 3 hitter in the order. And pitch is high for a ball. 2 outs, runner at second. 2 in the first, 2 in the second. We have a 4-0 Eagles lead over the Shells. This one bounces in, runner going, and Pearson can't get it in time to make a throw, but runner goes to third with 2 down. Ball in the dirt once again, and once it's in the dirt, these Columbia runners taking off right away.
It must have been during something.
Down and in again. Pearson blocks it again. It rolls away from home plate. Not far enough. 3-1 the count. Class 1A girls softball regionals going on too. Places like Carrollton, Oakaville 1. That's ball 4. 2 on, 2 out.
So are you going to track all these scores down and
Next up,
have an extensive report in the morning?
Brooke
Most
Carroll.
definitely.
I'm counting on it.
Most definitely. Foss will now pitch to the pitcher for Columbia, Brooke Carroll. Carroll. Carroll takes a ball.
So tune in tomorrow morning to get all the scores, correct?
To the Big Z. Check it out. Here's the next. Low and in, the runner going from first. No throw to second. Both runners in scoring position now. That ball down and in makes it 2-0. Foss to Carroll. This one drops in there for a strike. 2-1 now.
A floater right over the heart of the plate.
Looks in, gets the sign, and Foss brings it in. Swinging a deep drive to left. Markle going back, still going back, reaches up, makes the grab in deep left field over the shoulder. Markle, way out there in the left field corner, still reaches up to make the grab. What a play in left by Brianna Markle. 2 more runs for the Eagles. 4-0. They lead the Shells. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Does your auto insurance meet your needs? Is your homeowner's policy covering everything you need it to? Call your local farmer's agent, Lou Mauser, today. He can review your coverages and identify potential gaps and let you know how Farmers Insurance can cover all your insurance needs. Call Farmers Insurance agent Lou Mauser today at 463-7570 or stop by his office that is located across the road from Alton High School. When you need the best insurance at reasonable prices, think of your local Farmers Insurance agent, Lou Mauser.
And the Columbia Eagles, it's playoff softball action. Marquette Regional going on this week, and Marquette will play tomorrow against Metro East Lutheran. We'll have that one for you here on the Big Z at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. The Marquette Baseball Regional, Marquette Softball Regional, both going on all week long. And the Shells up here in the top of the third inning.
You didn't even flinch on that one. I'm impressed.
There's a screen there.
A rusted one, but
true.
It's a screen.
Swing and a miss. Just after 5 o'clock, you're in tune to WBGZ Alton. 5 o'clock hour with playoff softball. Foss, Matheny, Tyler. Swing and a miss by Foss. Strike 3 as she goes down swinging.
Rise ball up around her chin area. Way up and in, and could not lay off and make it 5 Ks now for Carroll. 4-0 lead. She's having a good old time out there on the mound.
Brooke Carroll brings it in. There's a bunt foul. Over the screen it goes by Hannah Matheny, left fielder. Should be followed by Casey Tyler, the second baseman for the Shells. Farmer the catcher, Carroll the pitcher. Amos way in at third, and there's a bunt back to the pitcher. Carroll will fire to first and safe as the second baseman Touche had her toe come off the bag on a little bit of a high throw there, and safe for the Shells.
Well, she had to go upstairs to get that one and just save the ball. It was a high throw from Carroll.
The second baseman, Casey Tyler.
Play was there to be made, but umpire right on the call and says her foot came up off the bag, and good job by Touche just to keep that ball from getting down that right field line, but safe with their first base runner is Matheny.
And now it's Casey Tyler, second baseman, and the number 9 hitter. There's a strike. And Coach Jeff Pear wants to talk to the batter, maybe missing a sign here or just wants to tell her what to do face to face. Time called. About getting the bunt down maybe. Markle is on deck.
Well, they finally got a base runner on, and just something. I mean, we're into the third inning. You're already down 4-0. Got to get to work here.
Swing and a miss, down and in. Runner going, and she will steal second base. Safe there with 1 out.
Well, they were aggressive yesterday and not wasting any time taking off here today. A runner in scoring position for the first time for the Shells. They've got to dent the scoreboard here soon.
Foul ball, right side. Late swing on a blazing fastball again by Carroll. Tyler, again, will be followed by the top of the order, Markle and Pleaster. Here comes another pitch. Swing and a line drive, foul. Into right field, Tyler almost shot that one down the line.
Hit that one hard. Can't straighten it out just a little bit. She's able to punch that one down the right field line. It definitely would have scored the run.
High delivery to Tyler. Good eye there.
Surprised it took the 5th pitch to get a rise ball in there, but almost got the batter to commit, but not quite.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Brooke Carroll. Roxon fires again. Swing and a foul again. First base side over the dugout. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Shells have a runner at second. Matheny, one out. Ground ball to the right side. Second baseman stabs it, throws to first, out. Shells, Matheny to third base, 2 out.
Well, without a doubt, the hardest hit ball here today for Roxana. Tyler's able to move the runner up to third base, but now there are 2 outs. But Marco, who struck out to start this game, is one of the batters you want up to the plate. Arguably this team's best player at the plate right now.
Swing and a foul near the on-deck hitter, Pleaster. I think she had to skip the rope there. Strike one.
Little hot potato, that's all.
She's laughing now. It's because it didn't hit her. Here's the next. Swing and a foul off to the right again. Another late cut by Brianna, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, needs to straighten that swing out, get that stride started. But here you got an 0-2 count. She could very well see a changeup right here.
Markle swings and tips it foul back to the screen. Shells have a runner at third base. They're trying to get on the board. 4-0 Columbia here, third inning.
How about a little wild pitch right back here by us? What do you think?
I think Matheny could score. She's got good speed. The pitch on the way. It's inside. Markle backs away. 1-2 the count. Another to Markle. Outside, low and away.
That was a strike yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, that outside corner. Depends on the ump.
I think it was a right call. It was off the plate, but not by much.
Swing and a foul off of home plate. It's interesting, too. You see some umpires give the inside, the outside. This umpire seems to give the high strike instead, so you got to know your umpire.
That's what it's all about. Not only do you have to study your opponent, you got to study the man in blue behind you.
Here's another to Markle. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Backhanded play by the second baseman. Good play. On to first. Touche with a nice play at second. That one was headed up the middle for Markle, but that's the end of the inning. And the middle of the third inning shows still a 4-0 score. The Eagles lead the Shells. Columbia over Roxana. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're now approaching the island of Bora Bora. Enjoy your stay.
This beautiful home contains 8 bedrooms, 2 family rooms, and a private jacuzzi just off the master bedroom.
Hey, anybody up for a cruise in my sweet boat?
What are you going to do with all the money you save from buying your car at Roberts Motors?
Roberts Motors in Alton or online at RiverBender.com.
Honey, who does our car insurance?
State Farm.
And what about our house?
State Farm, too.
And what about our life insurance?
Why do you ask?
Well, I've got something to tell you.
Bringing new life into the world is one of many great reasons to talk about life insurance. So contact your State Farm agent today. They'll help you choose the right coverage.
Contact Tom Lane to discuss all of your life insurance needs at 377-8912 across from Gino's 140 Club in Bethalto.
Here, and Tenyus, the designated hitter, leads things off in the bottom of the third inning for Columbia, Illinois. They lead Roxana 4-0. We still have Markle in left and Matheny in center, Daly in right field for the Shells.
Probably a wise move.
She made a great play to end the second inning, deep in that left field corner, running with her back to the infield, reaching up and over her shoulder and made the one-handed grab.
Dare I say, inside the park home run if she doesn't catch that ball.
Down and in for a ball. Tenyus, Touche, and Hutchison here in the third inning for Columbia. This pitch up and away for a ball. Four runs in the game so far. 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Swing and a drive to left. Marco moving over, reaches up and makes the grab. What a grab as Marco It took off on her a little bit because she came in and then had to go back and still made the play in the gap, leaping to her left.
I'll even get a congratulatory clap from the Columbia coaches on that one, and that's all, boy. If she's going to go down here in her final prep game, she's putting together quite the highlight tape so far, defensively.
Ball one. Touche. The batter now. She has 2 RBIs. Amos has the other 2 for the Eagles. Again, Columbia winning 9 games in a row at one point this spring. That started in early April and finished in early May. Won their last game over their big rival Freeburg 4-1 to wrap up the regular season. Ground ball foul. Lost a doubleheader to Belleville East here in the month of May. 9-0 and 7-1. Touche, the batter. 1 out, nobody on.
Well, just like I said, they've beaten the teams they're supposed to beat, and they've lost to the teams that may be better record, maybe just a little bit more talent.
Ground ball to third, and reaching to her left, Ravel throw to first, and not in time. On the infield, the Eagles have 1 on, 1 out. Touche beats it.
A tough play there, just good enough to knock it down. If she's able to field it cleanly, I think she's got a shot, but it's a hard hit ball, and once it popped out of her glove, that gave the runner, Touche, just enough time to beat that one out. Evans couldn't handle the throw on the other end anyway, so an infield single.
She was going to bunt this one, and apparently it's a foul ball. Hutchison. Strike 1, trying to bunt the runner up. Well, Foss has only walked 1. She's had 6 or 8 strikeouts, really, the last 4 or 5 games, and had plenty of walks yesterday. A couple of times the Oilers had the bases loaded. Ground ball, base hit into left field. Another single. Now it gets by Markle, and that will be a single and an error on the left fielder as Markle couldn't grab it cleanly. May have taken a funny hop out there, but it's second and third, 1 out.
Well, it did, and just trying to make the play as quickly as possible.
Now batting, first baseman, Kara.
Both runners are able to move up. And it just surprises you when she does make a mistake, because they don't happen very often when you see plays like she made with the first batter of this game. But even she's human. Everybody's going to make a mistake here and there, and that one there allowed the Eagles to move each runner up 1 base to second and third.
Swing and a foul ball down the left field line. 1-1 to Gersten-Necker. Gersten-Necker, first baseman for Columbia. Eagles batting here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 4-0 score, and Columbia looking for more now. There's only 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. Past third again.
Well, they've scored in each of the first 2 innings, and 2 more are out there ready to be delivered home. This number 8 hitter, Gersten-Necker, can get a base hit, could quite possibly bring home 2 more.
Defense ready, the pitcher ready. Brings one in, swing and a looping liner, and it gets by Markle right down the line and just fair. She tried to make a backhanded play and a shoestring grab, but 2 will score, and it's 6-0 Eagles here in the 3rd inning.
Well, that's one of those plays where it's either feast or famine, and
Up next,
down
shortstop,
4-0, probably a wise choice for Markle. You make the catch there, you're on the run. Neither runner is going to move up, but just snuck underneath her glove and gets by her for a 2-run double, and 2 more runs will score.
Ball just outside to Rabalzi, the shortstop, and she's the number 9 hitter for Columbia. 6-0 score now. The pitch. Ground ball rolling slowly to third. Ravel throws low, and Randy Evans couldn't scoop it. She'll have to chase it. Runner goes to third. The other runner stays at first base.
Well, another mistake, and For as clean of a game as the Shells played yesterday, boy, they're really making up for it here today. Unfortunately, the pitcher Foss is on the receiving end of this, and uncharacteristically, she's used to her defense making plays for her. Not the case today.
There's a base hit into left field, right between the shortstop and the third baseman. An RBI single with one out. That'll add to the lead. 7-0 Eagles.
Next up
a lot of balls have been hit
right
between
fielder,
third and short, and now they're starting to shorten up that swing just a little bit. They're able to put the ball in play after early on in this game. A lot of balls hit foul down this left field line.
And now Munton, strike one. She wears number 1. Erica Munton, right fielder.
And in her last at bat, she popped out to 1.
Out to the pitcher, and Columbia took 3 runs this inning. Ground ball to third, and the third baseman Ravel will step on the bag at third, and that will be a force out. 2 down.
Well, fortunately for her, she bobbled the ball, but for whatever reason, Rebolzi at second base maybe did not know that there was somebody behind her, and
number 12.
Any ground ball there, all runners had to be on the move, but she held her ground out there at second base, and it gave Ravel enough time to turn, step on the base for a force out.
Farmer, the 8th hitter of the inning, fouls one deep to left, strike one. A lot of folks here, softball fans from down 255, Columbia, Illinois, making the trip to Gordon Moore Park today. And Foss, the pitcher, Pearson, the catcher for the Shells. Infield again, Ravel at third, Pleister at short, Tyler at second, Evans over at first. Matheny in left, Markle now in left, Matheny in center.
See?
On the old switcheroo, Daly in right field. Foss ready to go again, and Farmer, the catcher, takes a strike at the letters.
Another one of those floaters. Floats right over the heart of the plate.
And another high strike.
You keep pointing that out, too.
Just saying. Foss will take those all day. There's a deep drive to left. Markle will have to chase that one way back into left field. And a run will score. The Eagles will get 2, and Farmer will get 3. It's a stand-up triple. 2 more come in for the Eagles, 9-0.
Definitely the hardest hit ball today. Brings home 2 more runs.
Up next for Columbia, the
Farmer
pitcher,
that time
number 23,
puts a charge
Brooke
into that one.
Carroll.
And with Markle playing down the line, she really had no chance to get back and make a play on that one. And this one getting well out of hand here in the 3rd inning. Eagles have plated 5 this inning.
And batted around because the pitcher, Brooke Carroll, the number 9 hitter in this inning. We are in the 3rd. It's a 5-run 3rd, and it's a high pitch for a ball. Columbia would like to come back on Saturday and play for the regional title. Here's the pitch. Down and in for a ball.
Well, it's looking like more and more like that's going to come to fruition here.
And Foss looks in, ready to go again. The pitch, strike called, outside corner. Five-run inning after Columbia had 2 in the first, 2 in the second. 5 here in the 3rd to make it 9-0. This one's popped up. Catcher Pearson up the line and in and out of the glove as she comes up the first base line to try to make a one-handed grab on the run.
Well, she initially started coming back over here towards us instead of more up the line. She's able to spot the ball right away. It's probably a ball that she's going to be able to get under.
3-2, full count now to the Columbia pitcher. Here it comes, swinging a foul, deep to left.
Have I heard you say that today?
Foul, 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 left, left, left.
What was the final verdict on the whole obstruction? What are your feedback?
Foss with another payoff pitch, swing a line drive to center. In comes Matheny, makes the catch as it carries out to center field, and that ends the inning. But the Eagles score 5, and after 3, they lead the Roxana Shells 9-0 now. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Make life easy for yourself at the United Methodist Village.
With no more stairs and no more home upkeep in a spacious apartment or villa home, with no upfront endowment and just one monthly fee, you stay in control of your finances. Now that's easy and smart. Countryside living that is fun, neighborly, and only minutes from the Clark Bridge. The United Methodist Village, where living is easy.
I only wish I'd have moved here sooner.
Hi, George Weber. Weber Chevrolet's year-end clearance is underway, making now a great time to save money when you buy and when you drive. Through the end of the month, we are offering the highest sales incentives of the year. And no matter what you hear in the media, believe me, our financing is still as available and aggressive as it's ever been, if not more. Combine that with our great incentives and you have the lowest payments of the year. And that's just the start of the great values at Weber Chevrolet in Granite City, Illinois. Or check us out on the web at webergc.com.
Fourth inning now, Pleister, Pearson, and Revelle for the Roxana Lady Shells. They've won 6 games in a row, but here in the regional semifinals, they trail the Columbia Eagles after 3 innings. 9-0 here at Gordon Moore Park.
Well, Columbia's plated runs in every inning. They've given Roxana quite the deficit here to come back from, and getting short on time here and getting short on innings.
First pitch, a ball outside to Pleister. Struck out her first time up. Roxana, second time through the order now against Brooke Carroll. Swing and a foul. Pleister, one of the strikeout victims for Carroll. She has 5 strikeouts the first time through the order. Here's the next. Swinging a ground ball towards short. Shortstop scoops and throws and just got Pleister with some good speed. Rabalzi at short made the play.
Well, like yesterday where the Shells were making the plays, it looks like the Eagles making plays here today. They have just the one mistake, and Roxana's only base runner here today, but it was another good play and a good throw and a hard throw for the first out of the inning.
Strike 1 to Pearson, the Roxana catcher who had 3 hits yesterday against the Oilers. Here's another strike. Pearson took it on the outside corner.
Popped out to second, her first at bat.
Swinging a foul off to the right. Pearson at the plate. And we'll see what she can do against Carroll. Brings in another pitch. Swing and a line drive over the shortstop's head. That's a base hit into center field.
And the first hit for the Shells, that ball looked like it was in on her hands, but she was able to fight it off in the left center field just over Ribalzi's head.
Next for the Shells, third baseman,
second base runner for the Shells here today, and first hit of the afternoon.
Single to center with 1 out here in the 4th inning. And now the batter, Revelle, popped out, 0 for 1. Popped out in the 2nd inning. Now in the 4th inning, she's up from the right side, swinging and missing at a high fastball.
Well, if you help this pitcher out there, she's already having an easy time of it to begin with. That's just going to make it that much more easier for her.
Another pitch, swing and a miss, up over her head again.
Look like same kind of pitch, same kind of spot.
Go up the ladder again, maybe. We'll see what Brooke Carroll does. 2-strike pitch. In on the hands and a foul ball. First base side. Shells with 2 base runners. Matheny reached in the 3rd. Pearson reaches here in the 4th. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Another high delivery and 2 down.
6 Ks now for Carroll. 3 pitches up in the zone to Ravel, and she gets her swinging
Up next,
on all of them.
first baseman, number 10, Randy Evans.
Outside, ball 1 to Evans now from the left side. 2 outs in the inning. We're in the 4th. Evans, closed stance, and the pitch. Ground ball down the line, and it is a foul ball down the line. Boy, that looked fair as it kind of ricocheted back and forth and looks like it hit chalk on both sides of the bag.
Well, I don't know where that ball went across the bag. It looked good to me, but when it went over the bag, that thing easily bounced in fair territory.
Evans almost had a hit down the line, but Blue says no. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and 2 more strikeouts in the 4th inning. Middle of the 4th, and we're still at 9-0. Columbia over Roxana. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Toyota has more cars with an EPA highway estimate over 30 miles per gallon than any other car company on the road today. Camry, Matrix, Corolla, Yaris, Solara, and Prius. So no matter how high gas prices get, you can keep moving forward.
With Louis Korak, Brent Birkland back with you as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Columbia to the plate. It's the regional semifinals. Ball 1 up and away to Tenyus. Columbia scored in each at bat. 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, 5 runs in the 3rd inning. There's a deep foul left side, way out of play for a long strike. 1-1 now. 9-0 Eagles, and Columbia moving towards Saturday's regional championship game where they would play either Marquette or Metro East Lutheran. Down and in for a ball. Marquette and Metro East will play tomorrow. The other regional semi-final game, you'll hear it right here on the radio. 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And the breeze picking up a little bit here at Gordon Moore Park.
Par for the course for us all spring, isn't it?
Sure. Blowing straight in from center field. Swinging a foul. Still 2-2. Tenyus, Touche, and Hutchison here in the 4th inning. Again, the Oilers wrapped up things yesterday. 9 wins this spring for the Lady Oilers. They lost to the Shells. Shells with 6 wins on the year. There's a pop fly, foul, and out of play near the RiverBender truck again. Everybody's okay. Dan Gonzalez.
Dan, you all right up there?
Way up on top. And John Hendrick way down low in the bowels.
He knew better.
He's in the truck today. Our production truck. Swing and a pop-up. Pearson coming back. Didn't see it at first, and it will drop foul. She couldn't locate that one.
when you're the head honcho, he figures he can put whatever pigeon up top he can.
He's in the shade. Go, Johnny, go. Tenyus here in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch on the way. Swing and a foul again. And we'll do it again.
So have we gone through about 6 dozen softballs now today, or
a box or 2 or 3? Keep them coming. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a foul, tapped up the third base line.
Yeah, that's what you need to be looking at.
Sammy Foss, freshman pitcher for Roxana. Looks in, gets the sign from Katie Pearson, the pitch. Swinging a line drive to left. Markle there in foul territory, makes the grab, 1 out.
Well, if you look at Tanya's, what do you see? Flied out to left in the first, flied out to left in the third, and what do you know?
Another. Last inning was when
7's is supposed to be a lucky number, isn't it?
True. 3 7s across the board there. And last inning is when she hit that line drive into the gap, and Markle went to her left to make a great play. Now Touche, the batter, she's 2 for 2. Down and in for a ball. Touche, the second baseman for the Eagles. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. The pitch, strike on the outside corner.
Well, you got to give it to this young pitcher. She's still continuing to battle out there, even though the deficit right now is pretty tough to come back from, but still got to play the game, still got to get some outs.
That's what it's all about. And regional time now this week. Interesting, tomorrow Metro East will have their baseball team and their softball team across the street from each other out here. There's a strike call.
That high strike, right?
Mm-hmm. It'll be the Oilers against Metro East on the baseball side tomorrow.
How about those Oilers yesterday, going on the road and getting it done? Spurlock.
And the Metro East softball team will be here on the softball diamond against Marquette in the regional semifinals. There's ball 4, down and in. 1 out walk here in the fourth.
I believe that's only the second walk for Foss. She had 8 yesterday.
Hutchison now the batter. Couple of hits, couple of runs scored for the left fielder. And it's a wild pitch back to the screen. Runner takes second base with 1 out.
So the control here today is a little better. Just you got some hitters in this lineup that have been able to get the job done. Got 9 hits unofficially for the Eagles.
Here's another. There's a bunt back to the pitcher. Foss will scoop it up. Throw to first. Out there. Runner goes to third with 2 down.
Sacrifice is good. Brings up Gerstenecker, who drove home 2 with a double last inning.
Next is first
2 for 2.
Number 10, Karen
2 runs
Gerstenecker.
scored, 2 RBI on the afternoon.
Shells trying to hold Columbia to a scoreless inning here in the fourth. 9-0. Eagles over the Shells. Here's the pitch. Strike called, inside corner, above the knees. 1-1 now. 3 RBIs for Amos, 2 for Farmer, 2 for Touche, 2 for Gerstenecker. Gerstenecker hits a 2-hopper to third. Ravel bobbles it once, twice. It's a 2-out error, and it's a run coming in from third. Everybody's safe. 10-0.
batting a shortstop.
Well, all I can
number
say
21,
is this is going to
Renee
be a learning
Revolzi.
experience for Revelle. She's had a number of balls hit her way today, and needless to say, she's had a tough afternoon here.
Number 9 hitter due up now, Revolzi. Renee Revolzi will step in. It'll be the third time through. Everybody will have batted 3 times here in 4 innings as the number 9 hitter digs in.
Got a pinch runner at first base now.
Taylor Dossett, number 20, checks in at first base. Renee Revolzi at the plate. 10-0 as Columbia has added a run here in the 4th inning.
Another unearned run.
Here's the pitch from Foss, down and in, wild pitch, runner to second with 2 down. And Revolzi ahead in the count, 1-0.
So are you saying it's my turn for my white shirt to go brown, right?
Exactly. There's a shot to short, ricochets off the shortstop, everybody's safe again. Batter goes to second. Second and third, 2 on, 2 out.
Line drive there.
Up next is number 2, Jordan Amos.
Leister could not come up with it. Hunter alertly moves into second base on the play.
And Amos will bat for the 4th time in the game. Pitch. Swing and a line drive into left center field, and that will get down for a hit. 1 run in, 2 runs in, and the batter takes second on the throw toward home. 2 more RBIs. She has 5 on the day.
Now batting for the Eagles, right fielder, number 1, Erica Munson.
From one of your top hitters in the lineup, and she certainly is after that long at bat in the first inning where she flied out to left. A double in the second, a single in the third, and a 2-run single here in the 4th. And we've got a 12-0 game.
5 RBIs in her last 3 at-bats, and there's a ball to Munton. Ball 1. There's a pitch inside for a ball again. Three more runs here in the 4th, and the pitch on the way. Bounces in. Runner going to third. The throw there, and out is called at third base, so that ends the inning. That will end the 4th. The Eagles score 3 times in the 4th. We'll go to the 5th inning now. And now our score, Columbia 12, Roxana nothing. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Two-timing son of a...
Honey, what are you doing?
We can fix anything. Andy's Auto Body on Broadway in Alton.
Business owners all around the River Bend have been turning to Chuck West Agency for over 46 years for help with employee benefits, retirement planning, and life insurance solutions. Retirement planning is one of the most crucial concerns for business owners and employees, so let Chuck West Agency help you find sound, innovative ways to meet these challenges. Give Chuck West a call at 618-462-6880 or email info@chuckwestagency.com.
Welcome back to Gordon Moore Park. Live coverage of the softball regionals here. Marquette hosting a baseball and softball regional this week in Class 2A action. And Roxana to the plate here as we go to the 5th inning. Daly, Foss, and Matheny all here in the top of the 5th.
They're going to need 3 runs to keep this one going, but They've only had 2 base runners in the game, so it's going to be a tall order here to get some offensive production going.
12-0 Eagles. So the Shells, if they're scoreless here, it would be a 5-inning game, and we would be finished here in the 5th. We shall see. Brooke Carroll. Roxanne fires it home. Inside corner, strike called to Daly.
Struck out in the 2nd inning, and 2-2 now.
7 strikeouts for Carroll already. Tap foul at home plate. Columbia scored in every inning. 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, 5 in the 3rd, then 3 more in the 4th. Here comes another. Low and in, 3-2.
So it might be the first. No, she went 3-2 on Markle to start the game, and actually Daly struck out on a 3-2 pitch the last time, and here's 3-2 again.
Foul ball again, and still full, 3-2 with Foss waiting on deck. Lauren Daly, the right fielder. Strike 3 called, inside corner under the hands. Good spot for the pitcher. Strike 3.
Daly can't pull the trigger, and when you get that strike 3 called on the inside corner,
Sammy Foss.
typically you made a good pitch, and that was a good pitch. It would have been tough for her to turn on that one. If you're going to hit that anywhere, it's probably going to be right off the hands and not travel very far.
First pitch to Foss is low and away, ball 1. Roxana winning in Wood River yesterday. They beat the Oilers. Now the Shells down to Columbia here in the 5th inning. Ground ball to the right side. Touche scoops and fires to first. 2 outs. Matheny, the batter. Last hope for the Shells here on this Tuesday afternoon.
Fielder number 2.
Season's about ready to come to a close here, and for a team that's going to go down, you've got to hand it to them, though. They ended the season quite a run. You lose your first 15 games of the year, it's real easy for you to pack it in, but this team didn't do that. Won 6 in a row coming into this game. They're just going to lose to a team with a little more talent here today.
Low and away to Matheny. It's 1-1. 0-15 record, and then you win 6 in a row, and 4 of those in the conference. So you finish with 4 conference wins. Swing and a tap foul, third base side. Strike 2.
Shells down to their last strike here, and Matheny will try to keep it going for Tyler. Everybody's batted twice here except the on-deck batter. Give her at least another at bat here.
Low and away. It's 2-2 to the number 8 hitter, Matheny. One of the 2 base runners for the Shells today. Reached on a bunt, 3rd inning. The pitcher made an error. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 more strikeouts in the 5th, and that's going to end it. A 5-inning game here in the regional semifinals. Columbia over Roxana. 12-0 the final. Back with the postgame in a moment. Shells end the year at 6-16. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Lou Mauser, your local farmer's insurance agent. ConocoPhillips, energy for tomorrow. Roberts Motors, the value store since 1949. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Weber Granite City Chevrolet. United Methodist Village, where living is easy. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Wood River, caring beyond prescriptions. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Andy's Auto Body in Alton and Maryville, we can fix anything. Alton Toyota, Toyota makes the car, Munganast makes the difference. And the Chuck West Agency, helping business owners for over 46 years.